Hello and welcome to Channel 2S, your home for Gunpla news, reviews, and more. I'm your host, Second Soundwave, and today we're doing a regular old classic episode of Gunpla news. So we're going to kick things off tonight with a premium Bandai re-release, and this is the high-grade Gundam Barbatos full set. Now this includes all the parts you need to make all the Barbatos forms, and two bodies. We've seen this before. This came out a while ago, but is getting re-released in June through the Premium Bandai webshop, so if you want to pick one up, now's your chance. Following up with some more Premium Bandai news, we have the Zaku 3 from Twilight Axis. This is the kind of char-colored one, and it's looking pretty cool. Of course, it's still that old HGUC Zaku 3 mold, and if you look around here to the back, there is a all-new backpack on it, and of course this is going to require some rather heavy painting, as it has quite a bit of color on it with those two colored tanks, and also the yellow inside of the thrusters, although they could give us stickers for those tanks, who knows. It's too early to tell. Also, it looks like it's going to come with a lot of new weapons here, much more than the original Zaku 3 came with. He's got 4 different rifles, all of which look really awesome. I'm especially a fan of that one that has the bayonet coming out of the front. That looks super cool. He's also got green beam sabers, which would be really awesome if they weren't very obviously just the old toothpick type. But again, it's a pretty cheap premium Bandai kit. I don't mean cheap by price, I more just mean cheap by quality, because of course this is an old kit. It's kind of lazy on Bandai's part, but it's a premium Bandai release, so, you know, they have a limited budget. I can't blame them too much for it. And finally, one last premium Bandai thing to talk about is a brand new premium Bandai reveal, and that is a 6-pack of the Plumas. Yes, that's right, that little purple thing that came with the Hashimal. There were hundreds of them in the show, and finally, there's a way that you can army build them without buying a bunch of Hashimals. Now, will this be cheaper than the Hashimal? Probably not, but at least if you buy this set, you'll get 6 Plumas instead of 1, which will allow you to army build much faster. So following up on that, we have a bunch of those Dengeki Hobby kind of stock straight-built images, and starting right off, of course, with the big guy himself, Justice Gundam, looking freaking awesome. Now, this doesn't seem to have as much detail as the Freedom, as I've seen a couple people point out. I'm still okay with it, honestly. I think it looks pretty great. We can see it from the front here. We can see it from behind. I think the backpack actually still has a lot of detail. And then here we got it in kind of an action shot, looking really cool as well. So moving on to the Barzam, this guy I'm really excited for because this is a stock-built kit you're looking at right now with no stickers. Look at that. It's like perfect color separation. It looks so amazing. And the arms look like they have this kind of bend-out gimmick where you can rotate the arm halfway down the forearm. Pretty funky. I'm digging it. It looks like he has a beam saber hidden in there, although it doesn't look like you can take it out. Maybe you can. I don't know. We'll have to see. But so far, I'm really liking how this kit looks. Here's a close-up of the legs. You can see some of that great color separation going on. I like what they did with the legs. I like what they did with the waist. Both units look pretty great. Again, here's another look at that awesome sort of multi-jointed shoulder assembly we've seen before, but it looks like we're going to get some really great poses out of this guy thanks to that. Here's one of those poses right here. He's holding his beam saber. He's kind of slashing around. Looking so freaking awesome, as only the Barzam can. And then finally, we have a little, very Gundam Mark II-esque kind of pair of headphone Vulcans that clip around his face, give him some extra guns. They look pretty cool. And here we can see all his weapons all together. So as you can see, this guy comes with quite a spread of stuff, including what appear to be both open hands and closed fists. It's been a while since I've seen both of those in one kit. That is pretty cool. Now next up, we have more of those stock-built images of the Gundam Schwartz Ritter from Gundam Build Fighters. Now this guy, of course, he does have that, you know, classic Bandai gold, which looks like crap unless you paint it. So obviously this guy's going to need a can of gold spray paint at the very least to make him look his best. But the mold itself is at the very least looking pretty solid. Of course, it's based off the Denial Gundam and the Cathedral Gundam, but it's got some great new tooling on it. I really like how the new wing pack looks. That looks really great, and we've also got a close-up of the face, which shows us, I believe, something we've never seen before, which is that he actually has a very cool kind of Gundam local type-esque, I guess, visor, sort of clipping down over his eyes. It looks really great. It's in kind of a smoky clear plastic, and it adds a nice little bit of extra detail to the design. Then we have what I believe is the last set of these Dengeki Hobby stock images, and that is of the Ground Gundam S-Type. And from the front, this guy looks great. Of course, it is a Thunderbolt kit, so the colors aren't fantastic. I think they could have used a little more color separation, but for a high grade, I guess it's not that bad. You look at it from the back, of course, it's still got that great kind of souped-up backpack that looks really cool with all those thrusters on it. That's going to be fun. Here we can see him with his lance weapon, which has a freaking awesome effect part on the end of it. I love that thing. That just looks so great. And then here's a little close-up of how the sub-arms on his shoulders kind of work. It looks like they might have a few joints on them, but looking a little closer, I think it's probably actually just one single sculpted piece. So, yeah, the high-grade Thunderbolt line still hasn't given us proper armatures, but hey, that's what the master grades are for. And yeah, looking at the weapon spread right here, you can see that this guy's weapon arms are in fact just kind of single molded pieces. Kind of a shame, but again, it's the high-grade Thunderbolt line. It isn't known for its outstanding color separation. So that is it for Gunpla News for tonight, but before you go, I just want to grab your attention for just a moment because Saturday, maybe tomorrow, maybe today, I don't know when this is going up, but I will be doing a live stream of as much of the build for the Papagguy as I can get done. It's going to start around 6 or 6:30 in the evening, Eastern Standard Time, here in the US. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to build the kit, maybe answer some questions, just hang out with you guys. It should be pretty fun, so be sure to hit the notification bell so you are notified when that happens, since you don't want to miss it. And of course, in order to hit that notification bell, you are going to have to be subscribed first, so make sure you are subscribed if you aren't already. If this is your first time on Channel 2S, I'm Second Soundwave, and basically what I do here is I do all sorts of Gunpla-related videos, from unboxings to news like the thing you're just watching right now, build logs, live streams, reviews, all sorts of Gunpla-related stuff, and it's all really fun and awesome, and I have a blast doing it. A lot of people have a blast watching it. Why don't you join them and subscribe right now if you aren't already? And I probably shouldn't have said it this late in the video, but if you enjoyed this video and you're here this far for some reason and you've watched all the way to the end, good for you. You're cool. Why don't you leave a like? And as always, I'm your host, Second Soundwave. I hope I didn't forget anything, and I'll see you next time.